cell membrane. Alright, Emily, you can go first. What do you choose?
Fun facts for 300.
What is another name for the cell membrane?
What is plasma membrane?
Emily, it's now your turn. Which one do you choose?
Structure for 400.
What do phospholipids form?
What is the phospholipid bilayer? Did you know the phospholipid bilayer consists of 2 layers of phospholipids with a hydrophobic or water-hating interior and a hydrophilic or water-loving exterior? The hydrophilic polar head group and hydrophobic tails or fatty acid chains are depicted in the single phospholipid molecule. The phospholipids form a bilayer. When the phospholipids are mixed with water, they spontaneously rearrange themselves to form the lowest free energy configuration. This means that the hydrophobic regions find ways to remove themselves from water while the hydrophilic regions interact with water.
Alright, let's try and find that daily double, Annabelle. Which one do you choose?
I choose structure for 100.
What 2 components is the cell membrane made out of?
What is proteins and lipids?
Annabelle, which one do you choose?
I think I'm gonna go with transports for 500.
Alright.
What type of molecules move across the cell membrane?
What are nonpolar and small polar molecules?
Did you know things that are polar, or ions such as hydrogen, sodium, potassium, glucose, or water, may not pass through the cell membrane or the plasma membrane? However, things such as oxygen molecules and carbon dioxide molecules may pass through the membrane because they are nonpolar and small enough to readily diffuse out of or into a cell.
Annabelle, you have now stolen Emily's points. Now, which one do you choose for an opportunity for more points?
I'm gonna have to go with fun facts for 500.
How does the cell membrane help the cytoskeleton?
What is help with the flexibility and mobility of the cell?
And for Emily's final turn, which one would you like to choose?
Transports for 400.
How do objects move across the cell membrane?
What are protein molecules which act as carriers and transport the attached molecule inside the cell?
And for your final turn, Annabelle, which one do you choose?
I think I'm gonna go with transports for 500.
Alright.
How does water move across the cell membrane?
What is osmosis?
In active transport, energy is required to move substances against concentration gradient, which is from low to high. Many ions are pumped across membrane to maintain high concentrations. These ions include sodium, potassium, chlorine, and calcium. This is important in nerve and muscle function. Passive transport requires no cell energy. It is determined by the concentration gradient. For example, in diffusion, a type of passive transport, the concentration gradient is from high to low. Osmosis is when the water is determined by the solute concentrations, or the molarity. Facilitated diffusion is a way of transport through the cell membrane which uses integral proteins.
Annabelle, you have now stolen Emily's points. Now, which one do you choose for an opportunity for more points?
I'm gonna have to go with fun facts for 500.
What is the ratio of proteins and carbohydrates in the cell membrane?
What is the 50 to 10 ratio?
Thank you so much for watching the Cell Membrane Jeopardy. Our winner is Annabelle. She took first place and Emily took second place. Shout out to Mr. Terreri. Love you, man.